Have you ever felt like a breakup wasn't just sadness, but an actual physical withdrawal, like someone suddenly stole all the air out of the room? Scientists have discovered something fascinating. The brain of someone going through a split with a narcissist, when viewed on an MRI, looks exactly like the brain of an addict in recovery. This isn't a metaphor, this is chemistry. Today, we're diving into a topic that truly shatters the mind and the heart: the breakup with a narcissist. We'll discuss what you need to know, not just to survive this, but to completely rebuild yourself. I promise you, by the end of this video, you will understand that you are not crazy. What you are experiencing has a clear biological explanation. We'll uncover the secret mechanics of these manipulators, the things they never talk about, and give you a clear roadmap out of this maze. Before we dive into the emotional depths, let's clarify the context. Who is the narcissist in our discussion? We are not talking about someone who just loves to look in the mirror. We are talking about someone with narcissistic personality disorder or highly pronounced narcissistic traits. They are masters of the mask. In the beginning of the relationship, they create a perfect illusion. They mirror your dreams, your desires. They become the person you thought you had been waiting for your entire life. That is why the breakup with them is not just the end of a relationship. It is the collapse of reality itself. You are losing not the real person, but the fantasy that they built for you. And when the mask finally drops, all that remains behind it is a cold, empty void. To navigate this path, we need to break it down piece by piece. Are you ready? Let's begin. The first thing you'll experience is sheer shock and intense denial. You'll feel like there's been some kind of mistake. How could the person who swore eternal love just yesterday look at you with such an icy, detached stare today? In this moment, your brain is desperately trying to protect you from the pain. It refuses to accept the facts. You'll reread old texts, scrolling through photos of when you were happy together. You'll start searching for the reason within yourself. Maybe I said the wrong thing. Maybe I didn't try hard enough. Remember this feeling. This is the first trap. The narcissist is banking on this exact reaction. He wants you to internalize the blame. But the truth is the cruelty he shows at the end. That is his real face. The charming person you met at the beginning was just a highly polished demo version, a sales pitch. Let's talk about the chemistry involved, because understanding this is crucial. That pull you feel toward the narcissist isn't just love. It is a genuine biochemical addiction. In that relationship, you are constantly riding emotional swings. One moment, icy cold, the next, insane passion, up and down. This cycle triggers intense spikes of cortisol and adrenaline, followed by a sudden rush of dopamine and oxytocin during moments of reconciliation. Your brain became conditioned to these extreme chemical swings, and now that the narcissist is gone, you are experiencing true withdrawal. You are literally breaking down, you feel physically sick, you desperately want to get that dose, even just one message from him. It is crucial to realize this voice belongs to your dependency, not your heart. There is only one cure for this: a complete, irreversible detox. And this brings us to a concept you absolutely must know about: idealization and devaluation. This is the exact cycle you've experienced. Initially, you were placed on a pedestal. You were treated like a god or a goddess. But then came the slow, steady fall. Criticism, ridicule, constant comparisons to others. The final break with a narcissist often happens right at the peak of devaluation. You are simply discarded like a broken toy. This absolutely demolishes your self-esteem. You are left feeling utterly worthless, but here is the secret. The devaluation phase has nothing to do with who you actually are. The narcissist is simply projecting their own deep-seated inadequacy onto you. You haven't changed or gotten worse. You simply stopped being a convenient mirror for their fragile ego. But the real agony begins when you start hunting for answers. You are desperately searching for resolution, that psychological term, closure. You want to sit down, talk it out, and finally dot the I's and cross the T's. Forget about it. With a narcissist, that is simply impossible. You will never get an honest conversation. They will constantly evade your questions. They will shift the blame. They will accuse you of being too sensitive, or they might just stonewall you completely. It benefits the narcissist to keep you suspended in uncertainty. As long as you are searching for answers, you are still thinking about them. You are still feeding them energy. Accept this truth. The final period in these relationships is your decision to stop looking for answers, not their explanation. Now prepare yourself for the dirty game. It's called the smear campaign. As soon as you break up, or sometimes even before, the narcissist starts crafting their own version of events for everyone else. He'll tell all your mutual friends that you're hysterical, that you're completely unhinged, that you've been stalking him. He will paint himself as the pure victim and you as the aggressor. This hurts. Your natural instinct will be to run out and prove the truth to everyone, to shout, to scream, to show them screenshots, but stop right there. This is a trap. If you start trying to defend or justify yourself, you will look exactly how he described you, frantic and unstable. The best defense is to maintain your dignity and remain silent. Intelligent people will eventually see the truth for themselves, and the rest? You don't need them anyway. In this war, the narcissist uses foot soldiers. We call them flying monkeys. Remember the Wizard of Oz? The Wicked Witch had those winged monkeys who did all her dirty work. Narcissists have helpers just like that. These might be mutual friends, acquaintances, or even family members he's managed to charm. They'll call you up and say things like, "He's suffering so much, you need to give him another chance." Or they might relay nasty things he's been saying about you. Your job is to recognize who they are. Don't get angry at them. They are often victims of deception too. But you still need to establish boundaries, even with them. Do not discuss the narcissist with anyone who might pass information back to him. Do you think breaking up with them means it's finally over? Think again. Narcissists love to test if they still hold power over you. This tactic is called hoovering, named after the Hoover vacuum cleaner. They are trying to suck you back in. After a month of total silence, suddenly a text arrives, "I miss you." Or maybe, "I found your favorite t-shirt." Or sometimes it's tearful, dramatic remorse. "I finally get it, I was a fool." Do not believe them, not a single word of it. This isn't love. They're either bored or their new supply fell through. If you reply, the cycle of abuse will restart. But this time, the idealization phase will be much shorter, and the devaluation will come much faster and much harder. Let's talk about another painful topic, the new supply. Narcissists rarely leave without having a backup plan already lined up. Suddenly you see them all over social media, looking perfectly happy with someone new. They use the exact same loving words. They visit the very same places you two used to share. This is where you start to think it was all your fault. You might believe that he changed for her, that she is the real deal, and that you were just a mistake. But that is a total myth. Narcissists do not change. He is simply running the exact same script with a new cast member. You absolutely should not envy this new person. They are currently deep in the love-bombing honeymoon phase, but soon they will face the exact same hell you endured. Stop comparing your painful reality with their polished public facade. Let's discuss what's going on inside your head right now. It's called cognitive dissonance. You have two completely conflicting images battling in your mind. The first is the monster who put you down and humiliated you. The second is the angel who brought you flowers and acted charming. Your brain simply cannot connect those two versions into one single person. And that is maddening. You start thinking, maybe I imagined the monster. Did I provoke him into treating me that way? To defeat this confusion, I need you to do just one thing. Grab a piece of paper and write down every awful thing he did, every insult, every single time he let you down. The next time nostalgia hits you or you start missing him, read this list. This will snap you back to reality faster than any cold shower. Bring yourself back to the reality of facts, not emotions. During recovery, you'll inevitably run into what we call retrospective gaslighting. You'll start doubting your own memory. The narcissist constantly rewrites history. They'll say things like, "I never said that," or "You completely made that up." And even after you've broken free, their voice can still echo in your head, making you question your own sanity. It is vital that you find an anchor. If you kept a journal, reread it. If you have friends who witnessed the situation firsthand, talk to them. You need outside confirmation that your feelings and memories are real. You are not crazy. You were simply confused and systematically manipulated by a professional. And now, the single most crucial rule for your survival. It is called complete no contact. This isn't just blocking a number on your phone. This means blocking them everywhere, on social media, in messaging apps, and via email. Do not visit their page just to check in. Every time you look at a photo, it's an emotional setback. It's like picking at a wound that hasn't closed. You are actively preventing yourself from healing. The narcissist will absolutely try to breach this wall. They'll use fake numbers or try to reach you through mutual acquaintances, often called flying monkeys. Do not respond. Any reaction from you, even a negative one, even screaming, "Leave me alone," is considered supply for them. They live for your emotional reaction. You must deny them that supply. Become a grey rock to them. Be boring, be cold, be silent, and be utterly inaccessible. You're going to feel a void, an enormous black hole opening up inside of you. Your entire life used to revolve around his mood, how he looked at you, what he said. 90% of your energy was spent just trying to manage his ego. Now that focal point is gone. And it's silent. That silence can be frightening, but in reality, this emptiness is finally space for you. You can now direct all that wasted energy toward yourself. Don't try to plug that hole immediately with new relationships or with alcohol. Sit in that silence. Take the time to learn who you truly are when there is no one around to tell you who you're supposed to be. Be ready for your body to react. Psychosomatic issues are a frequent companion when leaving a narcissist. You might experience insomnia, heightened anxiety, stomach issues, or skin rashes. Your nervous system has been stuck in fight or flight mode for far too long. You lived under constant stress, always anticipating the next blow. Now that the threat is gone, your body is finally starting to come down and, in the process, malfunction. Do not ignore these signals. Exercise to burn off that residual adrenaline. Meditate. Get a professional massage. You need to physically signal to your body that the war is over and that you are safe. Let's talk about another crucial element, the feeling of shame. You'll be ashamed that you allowed someone to treat you this way. You hear yourself asking, "I'm an intelligent woman, how could I have put up with that?" Or, "I'm a strong man, how did I let myself become a doormat?" Stop right there. Narcissists are brilliant manipulators. They manage to break even the smartest and strongest among us. They do this slowly, one step at a time. It's the slow boil of the frog analogy. They do it so you don't realize what's happening until it's too late. You are not to blame for being tricked. The blame rests solely on the person who did the deceiving. Please forgive yourself. You acted out of the best intentions. You simply wanted love and a family. Your capacity to love is not a weakness. You just happened to give that precious gift to the wrong person. You'll realize your boundaries have been completely dissolved. Narcissists fundamentally do not acknowledge personal space. He read your private texts, dictated what you wore, and controlled who you were allowed to socialize with. After the breakup, you are going to have to relearn how to say no. It will feel terrifying. You might fear that saying no to someone means automatic rejection, but rebuilding those boundaries is the absolute bedrock of your recovery. Start small. Practice saying no to minor requests or things you simply don't feel like doing. Tune into your own needs and desires. Boundaries are where you end and the other person begins. The narcissist completely blurred that line. Your job now is to redraw that line and use the boldest, thickest marker you can find. The bargaining phase is the most dangerous one. This is when you start dwelling on what ifs. You'll wonder, maybe if I had just behaved differently, things would be better. Or if we tried couples therapy, wouldn't that help? No, it won't help. Therapy with a narcissist often makes the situation worse. They weaponize the psychologist's terminology against you. They learn how to manipulate you even more subtly, and they often manage to charm the therapist. You must understand this. Narcissism is a personality disorder. It is a deeply ingrained structure of the psyche. It cannot be healed by love. It cannot be fixed by your patience. You cannot save someone who refuses to be saved and doesn't even acknowledge that a problem exists. Save yourself instead. You'll need to reevaluate your social circle. Often, mutual friends will simply drop away. Some bought into his lies and the false narrative. Others will refuse to engage, saying, "I'm not picking sides, you're both to blame." It is painful to lose these people, but you must view this whole process as a necessary cleanse. Ending a relationship with a narcissist illuminates who your true allies are, the people who stick by you and support you. Despite the gossip, those are your true people. Cherish them. Let the dead weight fall away. You are building a new life. There is absolutely no room in it for unreliable passengers. Let's talk about the fear of being alone. The narcissist convinced you that you were completely worthless to anyone else. Who would ever want you, carrying all that baggage? You're too old. You're boring. These words are stuck deep in your subconscious. And you are terrified of being left alone. But let's be honest, weren't you already profoundly lonely in that relationship? Being lonely right next to someone who truly doesn't care about you, that is the most terrifying loneliness there is. Being physically alone, however, is freedom. It's the chance to finally breathe. Don't fear this time. This is a period for true growth. And believe me, it is far better to be alone than to be with someone who constantly drains the life right out of you. Triggers are going to stay with you for a while. A familiar song, the scent of their cologne, the name of a street. You might experience a panic attack right in the middle of the grocery store. This is completely normal. It's post-traumatic stress disorder. Don't fight it and don't blame yourself. Just observe. Tell yourself, I heard that song, I feel sad. That's simply a reaction from my brain. Utilize grounding techniques. Feel your feet on the floor. Name 5 blue objects around you. Bring yourself back to the here and now. Over time, those neural pathways will weaken, and these triggers will simply stop working. And finally, your ultimate goal. It isn't hatred. Hate is still a connection. As long as you hold on to that anger, the relationship still exists in your mind. Your goal is indifference, true apathy. It's that state where you hear his name and absolutely nothing registers. No pang of anger, no pain, no flicker of love. Just a name, like the weather outside your window. This is a long journey, but One morning, you will wake up and realize you haven't thought about him for several days. That moment is your true victory. It means you have taken your life back. You have won. That's what the journey from pain to power looks like, through the thorns to the stars. I know that sounds terrifying, but here's the good news. Those who survive a breakup with a narcissist and truly process that experience become incredibly strong. You gain a superpower, the ability to see straight through people. You develop an immunity to manipulation. You start valuing yourself in a way you never did before. This painful experience can actually become a massive springboard to the best version of your life. Remember this, you are not a victim, you are a survivor. You are the hero of your own story. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe and hit the like button. That simple action helps other people find this crucial information. And please tell me in the comments, what was the absolute strangest thing your ex did during the breakup? Let's discuss it and support each other through our experiences. I'll see you in the next video.